Okay, friends. So let us start today's discussion. Today we are going to discuss basic concepts of concepts of, you can say, all line commands. Okay, which are used in Linux. Okay, so we are starting from scratch today. Okay, so if you are already aware of Linux command, then this would be your great revision. Okay, so first we discuss, see, we have Linux is, what is Linux? Linux is one kind of operating system. Okay, Linux is a operating system. Okay, so in short, first we discuss what is the advantage of Linux over Windows. Okay, so first one is, this is open source. Okay, so what is meant by open source? We can use this operating system free. Okay, and you can modify changes as per your convenience. Okay, so Red Hat, Ubuntu are, you can say, version of Linux. Okay, and Linux is also actually version of Unix. Okay, so Unix is modified into Linux. Okay, and there are various versions where like Red Hat, Ubuntu. Okay, so they are all same. 95% structure is same. Only little bit there is a difference. Okay, otherwise, if you have Linux, then you are ready to use Ubuntu operating system, Red Hat, any operating system related to Unix. Okay, so this is not open source. Okay, this is not open source. In organization, if we want to use window, okay, then we have to, organization have to pay for this. Okay, so this is one advantage. Okay, now what is second advantage? Okay, second advantage, we can modify. Okay, modification can be done as per our convenience. Okay, and by that modification you can have your own Linux, you can say you can have your own operating system. Okay, as per your convenience, code is available for free. Okay, so you can access that code, you can modify. Okay, and you can generate new operating system. Okay, so this cannot be done. Okay, not modified. Okay, so if there is Windows 7, then we have to install Windows 10. Windows 10 cannot be modified into Windows 11. Okay, so you have to newly install that software, or you can say operating system. Okay, now third one is uh, most important. Okay, very important. See, in Linux operating system, okay, there is less chances of, you can say, what we can say, virus. Okay, there is, that means we can say this is more secure. Okay, as compared to malware and virus. Okay, and here in case of window, okay, so there virus can be easily affected this operating system. Okay, so this is most benefit of Linux over Windows. Okay, it is open as well as more secure. Okay, so next one is, this is actually lined user interface. Okay, and this is a graphical user interface. Okay, now what is mean by graphical user interface? Say in Windows, we have my computer or this PC. Okay, so we have C drive, D drive. So we have different windows, and directly we can click on that. Okay, so this C drive, D drive, or desktop, or recycling bin, whatever symbols we use, they are in the form of window. Okay, or we can say they are in the form of picture. Okay, so if we have Zoom, okay, then we have symbol for Zoom. Okay, so that kind of. Okay, so in the form of icons are there in the form of graphics. Okay, and just we have to click. Okay, now in Linux, since this is a line user interface, here we have to give command in the form of line. Okay, and we have to enter line command, and whatever function we have to follow, that should be followed with the help of commands. Okay, so this is, you can say, disadvantage over Windows. Okay, Windows is very easy to operate, and here you have to learn all commands, and then we can operate Linux. Okay, so but because of these two conditions, or we can say all these three advantage, it is always better to use a Linux. Okay. Now, first today we discuss first creating files, okay, and creating directories. Okay, in Windows operating system, directories are called as folder. Okay, and files are files. Okay, so no change, no change. Okay, so in Linux operating system, instead of folder, we are saying directory. That means whenever I say I want to create directory, that means indirectly I am saying that I am creating one folder. Okay, so I have already opened my EC2 instance. Okay, and over that instance, I am going to show you uh, different commands. Okay, so let us say, okay, so already I have opened my terminal, and it I think putty becomes inactive again. Okay, so oh, it is inactive again, so I have to again rejoin. Okay, just wait a minute. Okay, so if you have Linux operating system, now I have Windows operating system, so that's why I'm taking you the help of putty. Okay, in order to get um Linux operating system. Okay, okay, so first I will change font size first. Say, okay, so first command is how to create files. Okay, or let us first instead of creating file first, let us discuss very basic command, which is a pwd command. Okay, so pwd means your present working directory. Pwd stands for present working directory. Okay, so if we enter, just press pwd, that's all. Okay, now see, this is our, you can say, like a desktop. Okay, so we are in home directory, and in home directory we have ec2 dash user. Okay, so inside my operating system there is one home directory. Okay, and inside the home directory there is a ec2 user. Okay, now next one is it okay? So that's all about pwd. Okay, suppose we have, see, using list command. Now see, we cannot see what are the files are, what are the directory inside my this user, ec2 user. Okay, see, already we know that we are in home now, and inside the home we are now in just a minute. So next command is list command. Okay, so we have, let us move to whiteboard first. Okay, and let me clear all this stuff. Okay, so next command is list. Okay, now suppose I have, just we discuss, we are inside the home directory. Inside the home directory there is ec2 dash user. Okay, and inside ec2 dash we have other files and directory, okay, which we are created. So this is our default folder, okay, which is taken by operating system. Okay, just like you can say this is our desktop. Okay, in window we have desktop, and here we have ec2 user. Okay, so inside ec2 user there will be created file and a created folder. Okay, now suppose we want to list content, we want to show all content which we have created. Okay, because in window what happen, if we see desktop, then every thing that will appear in the desktop. Okay, and if we enter in desktop, then we have CDE, then we easily we can access all content. Okay, but here see again, if we move to our Linux operating system, okay, see we have this. Okay, Arey yaar, students, again it becomes inactive. Oh my god.
सर इथूनच स्टार्ट होते ना सर परत.
हा
ते इनएक्टिव्ह वर क्लिक करून परत रिस्टार्ट करा सेशन. हा तिथेच रिस्टार्ट सेशन करा सर.
रिस्टार्ट सेशन, रिसेट टर्मिनल
वरती 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 हे रिस्टार्ट सेशन आहे ना सर.
हा
हा हा.
very good. Okay, now students, see when we have when we do login. Okay, so this is my operating system. This is my username. Okay, sometime we have Ubuntu. Okay, or sometime we have EC2-user. Okay, so when we enter our login user ID, okay, EC2-user, we have this. Okay, so there is one more benefit of what we can say, inactive. Okay, putty has becomes inactive, so let us take advantage of that. Okay, so we see one command which is clear command. Okay, so if we use clear command, okay, then see we have terminal is free from all text, whatever content is there, that will be shifted up. Okay, so if you move cursor up, okay, then we have this. Okay, so terminal, using clear command, terminal make entire screen available for our next command. Okay, so see we discussed two command, pwd command and clear command. Okay, and we are talking about now list command. Okay, now see we have this, see we have in EC2-user. Okay, and this is IP address for EC2-user. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you, there are no folders and no files, okay, which are visible to us, but already I have created some files and folder before this. Okay, now in order to check that files, that folder, we use list command. Okay, so if we press ls, okay, if we press ls, then see we have this data.txt. Okay, so this is file. Okay, this is a file, this is our content. Okay, so I have created one file, text file, data.txt. Okay, then dco.sh. Okay, this is a shell scripting file. Okay, it appears in white because it is file. Okay, then we have directory1, directory2. Okay, then there is a doc.sh. This is again file. Okay, we have file1.sh, then file1.sh, script.sh, and student.txt. Okay, so here we have some files and folders. Folders always appears in blue. Okay, and file appears in white. Okay, and friends, sh file, sometime sh file appears in green. Okay, now here we are not showing, see this is also sh file. Okay, so they may be either corrupted or data is not available. Okay, so that's why they are showing white, in white color. Okay, so directory always appears in blue colors. Okay, and remaining files, okay, depending upon its extension, they have different color. Okay, so if you take sh file or text file, okay, then they generally appears in green or white letter. Okay, so whenever there is text file or blank file, it always appears in white letter. Okay, clear? So by using list command, we can list our content. Okay, any queries so far? Now, students, there is one more command I want to tell you first. Okay, there is one command called as a man command. Okay, so using man for manual. Okay, man for manual. Okay, so man means manual. Okay, and we know what is meant by manual. Manual means it is one kind of, you can say, booklet, okay, which gives all details about everything. Okay, so whenever we purchase, suppose new laptop or new washing machine, okay, anything we buy new, okay, then with that one manual is given. That means how to operate that, what are the functions, okay, so what is the date of manufacturing, what is guarantee, warranty, and all that. Okay, so that all put in manual. There is a small booklet provided by company with all devices. Okay, that is called as manual. Now in Linux, what is mean by man? Okay, so just we discuss, man stands for manual, and what manual does, it shows all function, all, you can say, commands, all operations related to particular command. Okay, so simply if we write man and suppose we write ls, okay, then we get entire information related to that particular command. Okay, so let us check man and then we write ls. Okay, now see, manual appears. Okay, and see here we have ls stand for list directory contents. Okay, and this is option we give, we provide option like this ls. Okay, and then we have options, whatever is the option. Okay, and then we have different option, maybe file, maybe directory. Okay, now see, we have this hyphen, or you can say options. Okay, so here we have given, see here, ls and option. So option may be dash a, okay, hyphen a, then hyphen capital A, hyphen author, hyphen b. Okay, so these are all commands are can be used with the ls. Okay, so all these are not important. Okay, but you should know what commands, what options are related to ls. Okay, so these, there are so many options. Out of these options, only 3 to 4 are important. Okay, so let us discuss all important options related to list command. Okay, so again let us move to in order to see, in order to quit, see at the bottom there is given, press h for help or q for quit. So if we press q, then again we move back to our terminal. Okay, now see, we have several options, okay, related to ls command. Okay, now just we discuss ls. Okay, and then we have ls dash l. Okay, ls dash l. Okay, then next one is ls dash a. Obviously there is a space. Okay, whenever we use these options, okay, always we have to give name of the command, then followed by space. Okay, and then we give option. Okay, so here we say ls dash l, and then we have ls dash a. Okay, so these are some basic options. Okay, this is our basic command, and using these hyphens, using these options, we have some additional output. Okay, so obviously they are related to listing our content. Okay, but in different form. Okay, so what is the ls dash l gives? So it gives l for long. Okay, l for long, that means it displays all details of files. Okay, so let us move to terminal again. Okay, so okay, so if we write ls space hyphen a, Okay, and let us say enter. Okay, so when we have this ls-a, okay, it represent all files, okay, which are created by system and created by us also. Okay, now see here we have dot bash underscore logout. So this is system created file. Okay, see we have created directory 2, we have created directory 1. Okay, these are files which are created by us. Okay, so there are some files which are already created by system. Okay, just like our you can say in window, in C drive we have all files which supports window. Okay, so in that way these are system supported file. Okay, so in order to see system supported file we use -a. Okay, and just we discuss ls-l. Okay, so this gives a listing in long format. Okay, now see we have initially here uh, we have different authorities. Okay, see here R for read, W for write. Okay, so we are not discussing this in detail. Okay, there is a after some time. Okay, after discussing all basic commands we move to this part, so do not think about this part. Okay, now see we have this data. Okay, see this is these all files are created by us. Okay, so here we have gives all authorities. Okay, then we have location. Okay, this is a size, and then we have date. Okay, and time. Okay, any queries? Now see when there is a dash, see first letter represent file. Okay, this dash represent file. That means whenever we have dash, that means it is a file. And here D stands for directory. Okay, D stands for directory. Here D stands for directory. Okay, and remaining options are started with the minus sign. Okay, that means they are all files. Okay, R for read, W for write. Okay, and X here we have X for executive. Okay, so these are authorities, different powers. Okay, given to different users. Okay, so we will come back to this part. Okay, later. Now let us just you should know by using ls-l we get all this data. Okay, we get all this data. Okay, with what you can say month at which you have created file and all that. Okay, so see here I have created data.txt on 2nd November. Okay, at 6.16. Then I have created this dco.sh 627 at time. This is time. Okay, on 3rd November. This is the size of the file 146. Okay, so this is a location. Okay, and these are all permissions. Okay, these are all permissions. Okay, any queries? So here you have to focus on only ls command. What is the basic function of ls command? Okay, and just I told you we are talking about this permission letter. Okay, there is one command in order to change permission of a different users. Okay, is it okay? Now let us discuss next ls space al. Okay, so a for all, here see here we have discussed, see this highlighted part. Okay, here we have discussed ls followed by space followed by -a. So this a for all files, that means hidden files also. And here we discuss, see again highlighted portion, ls space dash l. What it stands for? It stands for list our content in long format. That means we have permission, we have location, we have size, we have month and day, and we have time. Okay, and then we have the name of it. Okay, so when we say a means all files. That means hidden file. Okay, hidden file as well as created file. Okay, and long format, that means we have this type of format. Okay, so see here we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. We have 9 option here, and if I press enter, now see we have so many options. Okay, we have so many options here. Okay, So it shows a system created file as well. Okay, so we are not using this command oftenly. Okay, but you should know these commands. Okay, when uh, we want to do some changes in this. Okay, so see, now I have to clear terminal. Okay, so for that, press clear. Okay, so up to this, do you have any doubts? Yes, especially newcomers. Okay,
No, no
first,
doubt.
huh? Yes.
No doubt, sir.
Okay, okay, fine.
No doubt, sir.
Actually, my sound is very low. Okay, your voices are very low. Okay. Now let us move to next. Okay, now let us discuss how to create files. Okay, and first we discuss a directory. First we create a directory, and then we move to file. Okay, so let us move to terminal again. Okay, pay attention please. See, in order to create a directory, okay, we use this command, make directory. Okay, now using make directory, if we use make directory, suppose we want to create one directory A, so we can use make directory A. Okay, or we want to create three directory at the same time. Okay, so if we press A followed by space B, B is followed by space C. Okay, so if we enter like this, then simultaneously we create a three folders. Okay, A, B, C, and so on. Okay, then next one is, if we want to create, suppose we have A, and inside A we want to create directory X. Inside directory X we want to create a directory Y. Okay, so at a time we want to create all this. Okay, so in that case we use a extension -p. Okay, so if we use A, B, C, D, E like this, okay, then what happen? A has a child B, B has a child C, okay, C has a child D, D has a child E. Okay, so for E, parent directory is D, for D, parent directory is C, parent of C is B, parent of B is A, and so on. Okay, so in order to create subdirectory, we use this command. Okay, so using ABC here, okay, using second option, you can create multiple directory. Simultaneously, you can create n number of directory. Okay, but in order to create a sub directory, multiple subdirectory, you have to provide /. Okay, so these are main options which we are going to use in while creating directories. Okay, clear? Now suppose we want to create, okay, suppose we have A, suppose, okay, we want to create, suppose instead of A, let us take P. Okay, and inside P we want to create three folders. Okay, so at a time we want to create P, and simultaneously inside P we want to have XYZ. Now in this case what we do, mk directory, we write P for parent. Okay, and then we suppose we have P. Okay, and then we write /, and then we in curly bracket we write X, Y, no comma. Okay, there should be space. Okay, so this is a way of creating XYZ inside the directory P. Okay, so using this option we can create directory P, and inside directory P we can create XYZ. Okay, so that's all. Okay, so let us move to terminal again. Okay, and see, again we write ls. Okay, so it shows there are two files, directory 1, directory 2. Okay, now let us create by using make directory command. Let us create one directory and name of directory is Kapil. Okay, so see, there is no error. That means we have executed this command successfully. Okay, Kapil has been created and you have to check by using ls command. So that's why ls command is very important. Now see, this is a Kapil. Okay, previously this was not there. Okay, now Kapil has been created and see color of this Kapil. Okay, it appears in blue. So terminal says that you have created one folder. You have created one folder. Name is Kapil. Okay, is it clear? So let us create multiple directory. Okay, so for that we use make directory, and suppose we use, okay, suppose we use one folder, suppose Vaishali. Okay, and then next one is suppose we have Akshay. Okay, and suppose one more person I would like to take from you. Okay, suppose there is a Amit. Okay, so we have suppose Amit. Okay, so we are creating three files. One is Vaishali, sorry, not files. We are creating three directories: Vaishali, Akshay, and Amit. Okay, so let us press enter, and it is not showing error. So we check by using ls command. Okay, so using ls command, we can check we have successfully created. See, we have Vaishali. Okay, at the end there is a Vaishali. Okay, and then we have Amit also. Okay, and at the starting we can see there is a Akshay. Okay, so this is what we have done. We have created three folders. Do not say folder in Linux. It is always we should say instead of folder we should say directory. Okay, that would be always better. Okay, now friends, let us try to create subfolders. Okay, so let us create make directory, and we want to create subfolder. So we have to tell terminal that we are creating subfolder, and P for parent. Okay, so first parent is A, suppose. Okay, inside A we want to create B, inside B we want to create C. Okay, and inside C we want to create suppose D. Okay, so these are all name of folders. Okay, these are all name of folders. Okay, and let us see this. Okay, make directory, and we have -p abcd, and there is no error at all. So again we have created successfully folder A. See, at the initially, see, it is showing alphabetically. So A is there. Okay, we have A, and then we have Amit. Oh my god, now why actually is showing here? Don't know, students. Okay, by the way, we have created A successfully, no problem. Now suppose we want to list out A. Okay, because we want to check. Okay, what we have done, friends, inside A there is B, inside B there is C, inside C there is D. So we want to check. For that we use the ls command. Okay, now let us move to terminal first. Okay, see, one more benefit of ls command. If we have ls, okay, see, again we move to our whiteboard. Okay, see, if we want to list A, then we can press ls and then we can press A. Okay, now let us try to execute this, because there is one more command called as a cd. In order to move inside the directory, we can use a cd. Okay, so after this I'm going to discuss that command. Okay, so let us check using list command whether we can list content in A or not. Okay, So see, using list command itself, okay, ls, and then we put the name of folder, okay, and see inside A there is B. Okay, any queries? Okay, now friends, see what happened if we write lsb. Okay, tell me what should be the answer. If I press lsb, what should be the answer?
हो.
Yes, please.
B च्या आतमध्ये जे असेल ते
Hmm?
इनसाइड बी
हा, इनसाइड बी काय असणार आहे?
सी.
Ha. Now see, if we press this, what happen? ls, and it is saying cannot access B. Okay, and it is showing no such file or directory. So see friends, we are here. This is our location. EC2 user is our location. See, if I press pwd again, okay, see this is our location. We are inside this directory. Okay, and where is B students? B is not at this place. EC2 user, in EC2 user B is not located. Okay, see in EC2 user we have this much data. See highlighted data. Is it visible for all you? See what I have highlighted. See, these are highlighted. These are files. These are directory which are placed in EC2 user directory. Okay, so we have B also, no problem, but that is placed inside A. So see one more benefit of ls. Okay, now there is cd command also. Okay, now see, if we have, see we have EC2 user. Okay, and in EC2 user there is a there is Amit, there is Kapil, there is Akshay, and all that data which we have created. Okay, now here B is not located. Where is B? B is inside A. So in order to access B, you have to give path like this, ls, and then we have to write A inside A B and check out the content. Okay, so this is way when we do not want to move inside A. We do not want to move inside A. Okay, we are in this folder only, in this directory only, and from this position, from this location, we want to check what is inside A. Okay, or what is inside B. Okay, so let me show this on terminal itself. Okay, so see here when we press lsa, A was present on EC2 user. That's why it shows contained A, but B is not there. So what terminal does? Terminal searches B here. Okay, and it couldn't find out B here. That's why it shows error. Okay, there is no such file or directory. We know there exists B, but B is not here. B is inside A. So what we do, friends, we write ls, then we write A, we write B, and then press enter. Now see, it is showing C. Okay, now inside C there is D. So what we do, by using ls command again, we show A, then we show B, we write C. So we have to specify complete path. Okay, so what is the benefit of this? What is benefit of this? We are in EC2 user only. Okay, we want to work on this directory only, but we want to check what is contained in C. Okay, so for that, if we press C, now we know there is a D. Okay, so this is a benefit of list command also. Okay, so using list command, if when we press ls, okay, when we press ls only, then it lists out content which is present on that directory only. Okay, so this is all about make a directory. Okay, so there is some more options are left, so let us discuss that. First again, I would like to clear the terminal. Okay, now we have created, friends, we have created subfolders, subdirectories. Okay, now let us create one parent directory, and inside parent directory we want to create three directories. Okay, so suppose we use again make dir, then we want to create, suppose we create one virtuous, okay, one virtuous directory, and inside this directory we want to create a different group. Okay, so for that we use curly braces. Okay, and inside directory we use one cloud option. Okay, then we use data ops. Okay, okay, so we have to give space, then we use data ops. Okay, and then let us have one more option, Kubernetes. Okay, let us say Kuber only. Okay, and we close the bracket. Okay, and let us enter this. Okay, so we have virtuous. Oh, oh, oh. It is showing error. Oh, oh, see, I have not entered uh, -p. Okay, so that's why there is some confusion for terminal. Okay, because it is trying to make this kind of directory. Okay, so that's why suppose first we check out content whether virtuous is created or not. Okay, so ls see virtual. Oh my god, it has been created data ops. Okay, and there is no virtuous. Okay, so let us move to that command again. And friends, one more thing, using upward arrow. See, if we press upward arrow, we get command which we have used previously. So I have previously used ls. See here ls. Before ls, I was used this. Before this, okay. If we press again, we use clear. Okay, abc like this. Okay, so we can access previous command by using upward and downward arrow. Okay, see again now I am pressing downward arrow. Okay, and we have this option. So here I will make change because I have not specified that virtuous is parent directory. That's why it was showing error. Okay, so we have this option. Okay, very good. Okay, so make directory, then virtuous, and we have forward slash, and we are creating. Let me delete this. Okay, so we have this. Okay, so press enter. Oh my god.
-p.
Oh, -p again. I have not entered.
Yes.
Oh my god. Same mistakes I have done again. We have to use -p. Okay. Oh, now see, it is not showing error. So from this error, again, you will know that if you have not entered command correctly, then it will show this kind of error. Okay, so no error, that means our operation is successful. Let us check by using ls. Okay, now see, we have a Amit, see virtuous. There is a virtuous. See, at the end there is a virtuous, and if you want to check out the content in virtuous. Okay, so we write ls and then we write a virtuous. Okay, so here we have. Okay, so students, so if we enter, see, we have only cloud. So sure, I think there is no space. We have to write comma, and there is no space. So there is confusion from my side. Okay. See, we have ls virtuous. Oh. See, we have this cloud, and again it is showing previous data. Okay, so instead of taking this folder, okay, first I will clear the terminal. Okay, now let us create it. Let us create new directory. Suppose we have mk and we use a -p, and then we use, suppose let us say p. Okay, directory p, and inside directory we have options. Let us say A, suppose AB is one folder, comma BC, okay, or say XY, okay, and say one more by using suppose MN, okay. So press enter, and again list out content. See, we have capital P. P is folder C. P is here. Okay. So we write ls capital P. Okay. And see, in ls, if we list out content in P, we have AB, we have MN, we have XY. Okay. So students, sorry from my side, because there should be no space and there should be commas. Okay, there is no space and we must have to use comma. That's why practice is very important. Okay, any queries? So this is way of creating folder, and inside folder at a time you can create more than one folder. Okay, so we write all name of the folder in curly braces, and name of the folders are separated by commas, not a space. Okay, clear? So again, clear the terminal, and now we check a cd command. Okay, now using cd means change a directory. Okay, change a directory. So using man command you can get all functions of cd, or you can say all options which are related to cd. Okay, is it clear? So using cd means change directory, as name suggests. Now in the previous, what happened, friends, when we list out this, see, we have ls, so we are again, this is our position, this is our ec2 user, see this. And if we want to content list content in, if you want to find out what is the content in a, okay, then we press ls and then we press a, so it shows content only in a. But suppose we want to go inside a, okay, and we want to do some work in this folder a, okay, and in that case we use our cd, change directory command. So if we use cd and if we press a, okay, now we are inside a. See this, see this, here we have a. Now see this highlighted portion, please focus on this. Okay, see, we have ec2, okay, and this was the end. Okay, now here we have a, okay, we have a, okay, that means in ec2 user, that means we are in home directory. In home directory we are in ec2 user, and in ec2 user now we are in inside the directory a. So you can ls now. Now if we press ls, it shows the entire content in a only. Array, you are now in a. So when we press ls, now see what is your result. Now you cannot expect all this, okay, because all this stuff present on ec2 user, and we are inside a. Inside a there is only b. Okay, so we have this, and you can change, you can check your position by using pwd command also. Now see, in pwd command, it is a showing path like this. You have home, then inside home you are in directory ec2 dash user, and inside ec2 dash user you are in folder a. Okay, so cd stands for change directory. Okay, we can move inside the directory. If we use lsa, then we can check the content inside a, but we cannot work in a. Okay, if you want to work inside directory a, then we go to that directory, we move to inside directory a by using change directory command. Okay, done. So friends, let us press cd first. Okay, if we use cd, see, this is one more command. This is one more command. If we press cd, it takes directly you outside. That means something like, you can say, desktop. Okay, see, we are again in ec2 user and there is no a here. Okay, so whenever we press cd, okay, it will take back to you on your original location. That means something like it, like, like desktop. Okay, you will be out of all folder. Okay, and whatever is the your default folder, you will be there now. Okay, now students, we know inside A there is B, inside B there is C, inside C there is D. Suppose we want to move directly in D. Okay, we do not want to go A, then inside A, B, then again C, again D. We are now on EC2 user folder, EC2 user directory. From this directory only we want to jump in D. So here just write path, very easy. Shift /B/C/D. Okay, do not enter incorrect name of the folder, because these are name of the folder, and if you write small a, then it will show error. Okay, so we have created all folders, all directories with capital letters, and let us press enter. See, now see this position, there is now it is here showing D, that means we are inside directory. Okay, and using pwd command, okay, you can check your position. Now see, this is your position, home inside home, EC2 user, inside EC2 user you are A, inside A there is B, inside C there is a D, like this. Okay, so this is D here, this always represent your current folder. Okay, so we have D. Okay, now friends, if we list content, okay, and we know there is no folder, there is no file inside D. So if we use a ls only, okay, it is not showing anything, it is not showing error also. Why it is not showing? Because we know it is an empty directory, so there is no any files, no directory. Then how will show this? Okay, no files, no directory. Okay, it is empty, that's why it is not showing anything. Okay, now if we press CD, what happened? Tell me, if we press CD, what happened? Either we move in C or move in B or direct in EC2 user. Tell me.
Direct EC2 user.
Correct. If we press CD, then you will out of all directories. Okay, default directory is always EC2 user. Okay, home, and inside home there is EC2 user. In home there are there may be another, there may be more directories. Okay, and they may be system generated. Maybe there may be directory, maybe folders, files. Okay, so this is the use of CD command. Okay, so default folder is our EC2 user. Now see this, we have EC2 user, and see here we have this kind of sign. Okay, that means we are on our home directory, not home directory. Inside home there is EC2 user. Okay, so you can say this is our default directory. Okay, so this, whenever we have this sign, then this means this is our default directory, and all data is stored on this directory. Okay, see, if we check out the ls here, okay, now see, this data is present on EC2 user directory, no? Students. Okay, so let me clear this first. Okay, so using CD command we can move to any file. Now again, let us move to E. Okay, let us move to D. Okay, and suppose friends, we want to move to C. Okay, we want to move C. So one way is direct writing path. Let me check, I have not worked on this. Okay, suppose we use A. Okay, suppose if we use path like this, A-B-C. Okay, let me check what happened. Now see what terminal is trying to do, friends. See, see, this is our location now. So it is trying to find out A. Okay, so that's why there is an error. So this you can do this in order to move inside C. So what terminal is trying to do? Terminal is searching from A. Okay, then A के अंदर वो B में जाना चाहता है, B के अंदर C में जाना चाहता है. Okay, but we know inside directory D there are, that is empty directory now. Okay, there is no A. Okay, so that's why it is showing error. So that's why we have one more option related to CD. Suppose, see, we are in D. From this, see here I have highlighted. Okay, so from this we know we are in inside directory D, and just I have told you using pwd also you can check. See, we are inside directory D. Okay, so we want to move back to C. Okay, now in such case, simply put a cd dot dot. Okay, so sorry, cd space dot dot. Okay, so when we press cd space dot dot, okay, then see this. Now there was a D previously. Okay, once I have entered cd space double dot, now see location C. Okay, and you can check by using pwd command also. Now see, we are inside C. Okay, so here need not to use pwd. Okay, from this only, okay, we should understand that we are inside the directory C. Done. So if we want to go to parent directory, okay, one folder, one directory back, then we use cd dash dash. Okay, now again move to D. Array, we can move to D. Array, we can move. Okay, because C is inside, D is inside C. Okay, array, inside C there is D na, so we can move. Okay, see, now see, we have D here. Now what is next option? Next option is, suppose we want to go 2 folder back, 3 folder back. Okay, in such situation, what we do, we use cd dot dot, we use slash dot dot. Okay, so when we press dot dot twice, then you will move out of the back to the 2 folders. Okay, so parent of D is C and parent of C is B. So if we press in this way, then you will move inside directory B. And suppose we want to move inside directory E, that means we want to go 3 folder back, then we use hyphen and dash dash and press enter. Now see here, what is result? We have A now. Okay, we have A. So this is a way, this is to back dot dot slash dot dot. Okay, we used to move folders. If you use double dot twice, then 2 folder back, double dot 3 times, then 3 folder back. And if you press cd, then you will be out of all folders. Okay, is it okay? So you can give path, but path is followed. See friends, see this. Suppose we have A, inside A there is a B, inside B there is C, and we have D. If at position A, and if we want to move D, then we can have like this CD. Okay, so if we write B hyphen C, then B slash C, then using B slash C we can move inside C. Okay, if we follow this path, then direct we can enter in D. Okay, but if you are here, and if you want to move B, okay, then you cannot press option like this. Okay, because what terminal does, terminal searches A here, inside the terminal searches A, and there is no A, so it shows error. Okay, so if you want to move back, if you want to go up, that means if you want to move in parent directory, then we have to write a dot dot. Okay, 2 directory back, then we write like this, 3 directory back, we write like this, and so on. Okay, and to move out of all directory, simply press cd. Okay, so that's all. So this is all about cd. Okay, now friends, should I continue or stop, because you have to attend one lecture at 12:30, correct?